For the chain. For the, yeah. Before the change, before the ships and the pain, before the names got replaced and the stories got framed. We had crowns, had codes, had systems in place. Black history ain't started in the cage or a chain. Before the change, we was building the world, science in the mind, civilization unfurled. So remember that truth every time they explain. We was kings, queens, scholars. Before they start the story with slavery, that's a strategic lie. Arrange what came before, they control how you see your design. But long before the boats ever cut through the sea, there were cities and systems built brilliantly. Mathematics and stone, astronomy, math, study stars, track time, kept calendars exact. Architecture in line with the sun and the land. Engineering so precise, still don't fully understand. We had covenants rooted in law and debate. Elders counsel the people, decisions weighed. Trade routes stretch continents, gold flow regulated. Universities before Europe graduated. So when they say you descended from nothing at all, they ignore the receipts carved in temples and walls. That's why truth feel heavy when you finally learn. You ain't come from a deficit, you come from a return. Before the change, before the lies in the books, we had science and culture they never took. If you know where you started, you stronger today. Black history ain't scarred in bondage or chain. Before the change, medicine was holistic. Studied plants in the body, understood how the spirit and the health state connect. The governance wasn't chaos, it was structured and wise. Leadership accountable, not built on disguise. Education was sacred, knowledge passed with intent from generation to generation. Never accidental, culture was rhythm, art, language, and law. Not entertainment alone, but instruction and code. Drums spoke messages, patterns carried meaning. Symbols told stories, philosophy breathing. They worship not idols, but balance and truth. Nature and people seen as parts of the proof. So let's say about fantasy, this documented fact. History buried deep, cause it threatened the map. If they teach you you were nothing, you accept lesser roles. But knowing what you were restores control. Before the change, we had order and plan, built nations with vision, not just muscle and hands. They took bodies, not brilliance, that's the part they can't claim. Black history and starred in the ship or chain. So what does that mean for a kid here now, trying to find their worth in the world, wrecking them bad? It mean excellence ain't new to your blood. Discipline, science, leadership, coded in the mud. It mean when you study, you reclaim what was hid. Every book you open is resistance again. Don't let nobody shrink you to one chapter of pain. You a 4-volume story, every page remains. The past ain't to brag, it's the balance of you. So when pressure arrives, you know what you can do. Stand firm, think deeper, build more than you take. Cause your ancestors prove what the mind can't create.
They taught us where we were broken. They forgot to teach us where we were built. Before the change, there was greatness. And that greatness still lives.